A public comment by the Minister for Agriculture, Bryan, has attracted that MPP will never hand over power to the NDC, has attracted widespread public condemnation. The NDC, political and security think tanks, have since described the comment as unhealthy and capable of inflaming the political tensions in the country. The Institute for Democratic Governance has since called on President Akufo-Addo to intervene and bring an end to the ensuing tensions ahead of the 2024 elections. There's more in the following this desk report. The National Youth Organizer of the NDC was the first to take on the Agric Minister for his comment. On a Facebook Live video, Mr. Yamin said the only reason Bryan is getting away with his comment is because the leader of the NPP, as well as the president of the country, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has set a bad example.
This country will need to be saved, and it will be saved with equal measure. It may person is sending this signal. Look, we as NDC, me as a national organizer, will not be leading the NDC into the next election only for Bryan and the MPP to just make useless statements like he has made. And this is not the first time. The first person who made that statement, unfortunately, is coming from the President of the Republic. And I wonder why we didn't hear people with conscience speak against the president's statement. You see, that is the hypocrisy you find in this country. That you have men of God, you have civil society, you have whatever, that will not see wisdom in criticizing the president when he makes statements be like that. And you see, the military training that we have is talking about leadership by example. So when the leader is making such statements, unfounded, uncultured statements, then Korano will do same, because it's the leader that is telling them what to do.
The NDC has since issued a statement asking the IGP to arrest the minister for his alleged treasonable comment. Speaking on JoyNews, Deputy General Secretary Mustafa Gbande said the NDC will not entertain any form of intimidation from the MPP.
What officials of government have started doing is just an indication of failure. And they have realized that the only alternative to stay on to power is to breed violence as they have done in the past. But I can assure them that we live in a country that has been very peaceful, a country where there are many people who have lived to see this country develop to this extent. We will not allow hooligans.
Featuring on the probe Sunday, April 9, with Emefa Apau, MP for Ebuakwa South, Samuel Atachia, said his colleagues' comment have been taken out of context. He wants the public to ignore.
In fact, it's been taken out of context. I was on the stage, actually. There was nothing fiery about it. It was just in context that like you having a good fight, I'll beat you to pulp. If you said that, doesn't mean that you're going to use violence or anything. It's a political language. So I was a bit surprised that people are giving it some violence undertones and all that. He never, exhibited anything which was of violence in character. So I was surprised. He was surprised. But I was there listening to what he said. We will not let you come to power. What does it mean?
That they will never hand over to power.
Of course. That means we'll break the 8.
But founding member of the NPP, Dr. Yahon Tamaklo, will not consider the comment lightly. According to him, he cannot sit down unconcerned in the face of such, quote, destructive political statement by some recalcitrant element in the political class. Without doubt, the statement by Bryan can lead this nation into destruction beyond the extent the Akufo-Addo government has caused, unquote. He noted in a statement he issued. Security analyst Dr. Ishmael Norman has called on the IGP to invite Mr. Bryan for further questioning. According to him, the comment may have security implications regardless of the intent of the speaker. He spoke on Joy FM's Super Morning Show with Mamavi Owusu-Abuaji.
There is a thin line between energizing the political base and weaponizing them. If this kind of talk continues, then Mr. Achampong himself will be considered to be an unethical political leader, because leader would adhere to the rule of law and comply with what they say. So both of them cannot afford to alienate us, the population or the voters. So for the meantime, I think it's just posturing. However, the security agencies must be super alert.
Featuring on the same show, Executive Director of the Institute for Democratic Governance, Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, called on the president to intervene.
I think the person to speak is the president on this matter, and his ability to dismiss it as not his policy is extremely important, because he took action against Bryan Achampong. The committee report, you remember the short commission report on what happened and how they were mobilized and so on.